Hi, welcome to Attitude of Altitude Mindset of Happiness weekly video series. My name is Floria, founder of Recognize Your Potential, and I am thrilled for you to join me here today. I look forward to spending time every Monday. As you know, I call it a marvelous Monday because it is the beginning of a new week. You get to start fresh again. Talking about positive things. However, often there are challenges that lead us to talking about some of those positive things. Recently, I had a conversation with a CEO of an organization, and he was telling me how much he doesn't like gossip and how he really wants to change things in his organization amongst his team, but it doesn't quite work very well. So he started talking about, as you know, I always say, let's identify the challenge and then come up with solutions that work for you. So we discussed it and came up with a series of steps, and I thought, hey, you might enjoy hearing about it. And I started saying, first of all, we need to become aware what we're doing. So, have you ever gossiped? Have you ever been impacted by gossip? Again, the fact that I'm using impacted, have you been in fact impacted? I am implying a negative feeling, a negative experience. So you probably have been impacted, been hurt by gossip. And you know it's not helpful. You know it's negative because you don't feel good afterwards, and someone, the person who was listening, didn't feel good, and you may have thought, shouldn't have said that. And when it reaches that person, it probably has been blown up even more so, which is none of that is very helpful or positive. In workplaces, there is about 3 hours that we all spend resolving communication challenges, and those 3 hours are eating to your having fun, to feeling positive, to feeling powerful rather than powerless. So these are some of the reasons why I wanted to talk about gossip and how to let go of the old habit that doesn't serve you anymore. It is a habit. But going back to the workplaces, it takes about 3 hours a week for every employee. So that's eating away in our collective inspiration. Gossip has never been inspiring. Gossip has never increased productivity. It actually kills productivity and inspiration. It kills innovation. So it lowers our mental energy, and we don't feel good. So I am urging you to change this habit if you know it. Whether you are running your own business, you're an entrepreneur, whether you are a CEO, a manager, a supervisor, or you are staying at home, a homemaker, mom, dad, stay home mom or dad, regardless, investing in yourself to instilling new habits that make you feel more powerful rather than powerless. Powerful, powerless. I wanted to share my personal experience, how I have done this, And I'm not implying that I will never ever gossip again in my life, but it is a journey, continuing on learning, because I'm interested in those 3 hours, how I can have more fun. That's 3 hours of my life. I'm not willing to waste it away. I don't want to simply give it away to somebody or a negative experience. I want to have more fun in situations and in my life and in what I do. So I first became, and looking back to many years ago, I first became aware that I didn't want to do this, that it didn't feel good. Because as long as you go along and not aware, then you're not aware. But when you become aware of your own circumstance, that you don't like something, then you can do something about it. The next step after being aware was deciding that I could do something about it. The same way you can do something about it. It is possible. Again, I felt powerful rather than powerless, saying, well, everybody else does it. It's a hopeless battle. I wasn't setting out to change anyone else. I was merely setting out to change my own habits. After that, I started saying, in conversations at workplace, personal, or wherever, I would say, I'm practicing not to talk about people who are not present here. Very simple. I wasn't pointing the finger and saying, you're doing something wrong. I wasn't saying, I'm better than you. I wasn't saying, I will never gossip. I wasn't making any statements that I felt I couldn't live with, or pointing the finger at someone else, blaming someone else. I was simply making a decision for myself to change my habit. So I started saying, I'm practicing not talking about people who are not here. And I did this so many years. Friends, colleagues, associates all realized and said, oh, Floria doesn't want to participate in this. She is serious. She is actually practicing. And no one was coercing me to partake. And I would say, I'm practicing not talking about people who are not here. End of conversation. And in fact, it often directed the conversation in another positive direction. Today, I say I have a policy, whether I'm at work, whether I'm in a board meeting, friends, social, and I say I have a policy. When you say you have a policy, people take it seriously. And I don't say I'm trying to, neither did I say back then, because you know me and the word try is not helpful. So I say I have a policy not to talk about someone who's not here. People understand it, appreciate it. In fact, they ask how to go about it. It becomes a positive conversation rather than a negative one. And I feel better. You can write to me, Floria at Recognize Your Potential, or through my social media at Floria Transforms. If you do not get my daily quotations, go to my website, recognizeyourpotential.com. Love hearing from you, your gifts of feedback, ideas, suggestions, or questions. And have a marvelous Monday practicing mindset of happiness and attitude of altitude.